The salty spray of the Arabian Sea, thick with the scent of brine and cardamom, whipped against the deck of the Sea Serpent a luxury cruise ship, its gleaming white hull a beacon of privilege against the azure expanse. It teemed with tourists. Among them, Violet, a woman as compact and powerful as a well-forged anchor, moved with the grace of a seasoned sailor. Her eyes, the color of the sea at dusk, scanned the horizon, a steely glint betraying the calmness of her facade. She wasn't interested in the turquoise waters lapping against the ship's bow or the bustling marketplace in the port they just left. Violet, a former Royal Navy diver, knew that beauty was often a mask for something far more sinister. She saw it in the subtle shift of the air, a smell of salt mixed with something acrid, something familiar, something dangerous. She saw it in the distant silhouette of 3 dhows, their sails billowing with an unnatural urgency, cutting through the horizon like sleek black sharks. These weren't the quaint tourist boats they seemed. These were the Maratha pirates, their reputation for ruthless efficiency preceding them like a whisper on the wind. They weren't interested in gold or jewels. They were interested in dominance. They sought to remind the world that the seas were their domain, a brutal echo of a forgotten age. Violet recognized the signs. She'd seen them before, in the cold, unforgiving waters of the North Sea, during her days as a diver. The way the pirates moved, their bodies honed by years of hardship and violence, their eyes gleaming with a cold, predatory hunger, was a language she understood all too well. They were a storm brewing on the horizon, and she, with her seasoned instincts, could smell the rain before it broke. The Sea Serpent was a floating palace, a testament to human ambition, but also a sitting duck. The crew, mostly untrained stewards and bartenders, were ill-prepared for the chaos brewing on the horizon. The passengers, blissfully unaware, basked in the sun, lost in a world of Instagram filters and bottomless cocktails. They were oblivious to the impending storm. A guttural bellow from the lookout, a seasoned sailor with a weather-beaten face, sliced through the air like a knife. "Ship's approaching. They're not friendly." His voice, a raw rasp that contrasted starkly with the chiming laughter and clinking glasses from the nearby cocktail bar, was a stark warning. Chaos erupted. The tourists, their faces contorted in a mixture of fear and disbelief, scrambled for cover. The crew, their faces pale with panic, tried to secure the ship, their efforts clumsy and inadequate. But it was too late. The pirates, their faces obscured by menacing masks, swarmed the deck, their swords glistening under the setting sun, a testament to their brutal efficiency. Their leader, a tall figure with a scar that snaked across his face like a lightning bolt, stood at the helm, his eyes a chilling abyss. The air crackled with tension. The passengers, trapped in a nightmare they could not comprehend, cowered in fear. The crew, their training inadequate against this brutal reality, stood frozen, their faces etched with terror. But Violet, her body tense with anticipation, was ready. She had seen this before. She knew this dance. Her voice, calm and commanding, cut through the chaos, a beacon in the rising storm. "We'll fight them. We'll protect the passengers. We'll make them pay for this." She rallied the few crew members who remained calm, armed them with whatever they could find: fire extinguishers, kitchen knives, anything to fight back. Her eyes, burning with a fierce determination, scanned the deck, her mind already strategizing, anticipating the pirates' next move. The pirates, expecting an easy conquest, found themselves facing a determined resistance. They were met with a hail of fire extinguisher foam, a volley of kitchen utensils, and a fierce, unexpected fight. They had underestimated Violet and her ragtag crew. The battle raged on the deck, the air filled with the clang of metal, the screams of the injured, the roar of the waves crashing against the hull. Violet, dodging pirates with the agility of a panther, used her knowledge of the ship's layout to her advantage, leading her crew through the maze of corridors and compartments, hitting the pirates from unexpected angles, turning their own tactics against them. The pirates, their faces etched with growing frustration, regrouped. Their leader, his face obscured by a menacing mask, glared at Violet, a venomous gleam in his eyes. He knew he had underestimated his opponent. She knew she had to turn the tide. She had a plan, a risky one, but a plan that could bring the Navy to their rescue. Using the ship's communication system, she sent out a distress signal, a coded message that only those in the know would understand. The pirates were relentless. They were determined to conquer the ship, to steal everything, to inflict terror and chaos. The fight on the deck reached a fever pitch. Violet, her body aching, her breath coming in ragged gasps, knew she had to act. With a sudden, desperate lunge, she disarmed one of the pirates, the clang of metal echoing across the deck. She held the pirate's sword, her hand trembling slightly, her eyes locked with the leader's. Suddenly, a siren wailed in the distance, a powerful, unmistakable sound that sent a shiver of fear through the pirates. It was the Navy, arriving like a beacon of hope. The pirates, their confidence shaken, retreated, their leader casting a venomous glare at Violet before disappearing into the maze of the ship. The naval ship, a majestic vessel, came to their rescue, sweeping the pirates off the deck, putting an end to their reign of terror. The passengers, shaken but safe, were eternally grateful to their unexpected savior, Violet, the unassuming waitress who turned out to be a seasoned veteran of the sea, a silent warrior who had saved them from a fate worse than drowning. As the ship, escorted by the Navy, sailed away from the danger, Violet stood on the deck, her eyes fixed on the receding horizon. She had faced the storm and weathered it. She had shown the world that even in the face of fear, courage could prevail. She was a force to be reckoned with, a silent warrior who had saved the day. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow on her face, she knew, deep down, that she was only getting started.